Hi there, Goals Gym family. Chavez, the Director of Fitness Education for Goals Gym SoCal, here welcoming you to another session of Stretch and Roll. Today's class is going to focus on lengthening and strengthening our muscles, as well as developing range of motion through our joints. The class is going to be segmented into 5 parts: a good warm-up, a dynamic stretch, some core and abdominal work, some static stretching, and then finishing off with a good foam roll protocol. For today's class, you're going to need 3 things: a medium-sized towel, a foam roller, and something like an ottoman, step stool, or even your coffee table to take a seat for some of our exercises. As with any type of exercise, you know your body better than we do. So you want to work at your level that's appropriate for you. You should feel challenged. You should feel a little bit of discomfort, but overall you should feel better at the end of the session. You ready to get started? Okay, let's go. So we want to get started with some breathing exercises. To get started, you're going to stand with your heels together and your toes turned out. Squeeze your thighs and your glutes tightly together and draw your belly buttons in towards your spine. You're going to go ahead and put your palms on your belly button to remind yourself to keep your abs drawn in. Drop your shoulders away from your ears, look straight ahead, and inhale for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do that for 5 rounds. Let's inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now that we're done with our breathing exercises, let's focus on some shoulder mobility. We're going to take our medium-sized towel and we're going to bunch it up and hold it at either end. We're going to do 2 separate exercises here. We're going to go up, over our head, and back down. Now, as we do this for 10 repetitions, our goal is to not just get our biceps to our ears, but maybe even go behind them. That's the objective. After you do 10 of those, we're going to go ahead and transition into going above our head and then behind. Above our head like this, reach for the sky, and behind. You should feel a little permeating burn in your shoulders and definitely some stretch in your pectorals. Let's do 10 and 10. So now that we've done our breathing exercises and some shoulder mobility, let's focus on some hip mobility now. So to get started, let's lay on the side of our body. You're going to have your head in your hand and both straight legs out about 20 degrees in front of you. Now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to lift your top leg just up a little higher, and we're going to do what are called grand rond du jambe. So you're going to swing your leg forward and then up in the air, behind you, and then back to meet your other foot. Swing it up, over, and to the other side. You're going to do 5 in one direction, and then reverse it and do 5. After you're done with that side, we just take it over. Same setup, head in your hand, legs about 20 degrees out in front of you. Lift that top leg, do 5 grand rond du jambes in one direction, and do 5 in the other. So let's get into our dynamic stretch portion of our workout. To start off, we're going to be doing a push-up with a step in. So this is what that looks like. First of all, you're going to get into a push-up position like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and push up once and bring your right foot as close to your right hand as you possibly can. Enjoy that stretch in your glute, enjoy that stretch in your hip flexor, and then step it back out. Give me a push-up, and then step in with your left foot as close to your left hand as you possibly can. Enjoy that stretch with that hip flexor, that opposite glute, and then step it back out and repeat. Push-up, step in and enjoy that lunge stretch. Push-up, step in, and enjoy that push-up stretch. Let's do 2 rounds of 10 repetitions. Okay, so our second dynamic exercise today is going to be an overhead squat with a transverse twist. So what it looks like is you're going to take your towel again and you're going to place it over the top of your head. This is the overhead component of the squat. And then you're going to go ahead and stand up, and at the top of the stand up, just twist to one side and then sit back down. Stand up and twist to the left side and sit back down. Now the focus of this exercise is to keep those arms over your head. Don't plop down back onto your seat, and get as good of a twist as you can at the top of that squat. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 10 repetitions. 5 are going to twist to the right side, 5 are going to twist to the left side. Okay folks, so let's conclude our dynamic stretch segment with a lunge that's going to incorporate a transverse twist. In order to do that, you want to stand with your feet the width of your hips apart and your arms out in front of your chest. Now as you lunge forward with one leg, you're going to go ahead and twist your arms over that front leg and then push back. You're going to step forward with the other leg, twist over that front leg, and bring it back to center. We're going to do 10 repetitions, alternating a twist to either side. Let's do this. So now we're to the point of the workout where we're going to start working our core. All of our core exercises today are going to have an element of a stretch to it. The first one of the day is called the roll forward and the half roll back. So your position here is a tall seated position on the floor with your legs out in front of you and your toes flexed towards your shins. You're going to hold your straight arms out in front of your chest and you're going to roll forward to or past your toes. You're going to take that tall seated position again and then start rolling your back as you lay halfway back. Take that tall seated position, roll forward past your toes, hold that for 5 seconds, tall seated position again, and curl your spine as you start rolling back halfway down and hold this position for 5 seconds. We're going to go ahead and do that for 10 repetitions. Okay, so we've done our roll forwards and our half roll backs, and it's time to get into the second core exercise of the day. These are called the one-legged teasers, and this is how we do it. We're gonna lay on our backs with our feet flat on the floor. From this position here, just raise your right leg straight out like this. Notice how my right leg's not lower than my left or higher than my left. They're at the same level. I'm gonna throw my arms up above my head, and then to do the exercise, just do a full sit-up, reach for your leg, and then bring it back down. Do a full sit-up, reach for your leg, and then bring it back down. You're gonna do 10 repetitions with your right leg up, and then do 10 repetitions with your left leg up. Now, one thing I want you to notice here is that the tighter your heel is into your bottom, the harder it's gonna be to achieve that full sit-up. So depending on how strong you are, you're gonna have that leg further out like this for an easier time, or you're gonna stay challenged by keeping your heel as close to your butt, and then bring it back down. Okay, so to complete our core segment of our class today, we're going to do what's called a bird dog oblique crunch. So the first thing we need to do is get into that bird dog position. That's going to be situating yourself like this with your hands directly underneath your shoulders and your knees directly underneath your hips. Now, all I want you to do from this position here is to extend your right leg out behind you. Now, once you're in this position, what you're going to do is you're going to bring that right knee to that right elbow to get that oblique crunch. Kick that leg out again, and then bring it back in. After you've done 10 repetitions with your right knee to your right elbow, you're going to put that down, extend your left leg, and bring that left knee to that left elbow 10 times. Okay, so let's get going with that. So good job, guys, with your core work. Now we're going to segue into the static stretch. First thing we're going to stretch out are our hamstrings. So from the seated position right here, just lengthen your right leg out in front of you like this. Flex those toes towards your shin. I'm going to lace my hands like this, and then I'm going to twist over that right leg, and I'm just going to reach with both hands towards my right foot. You may get all the way to your toes, you may get to your ankle, you may only get to halfway down your shin, but just feel that stretch and keep those toes flexed towards your shin. You're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Lengthen out your left leg and hold the left leg stretch for 30 seconds. Okay, so our second static stretch of the day is going to be for our IT band. It's a tendon that runs from behind our hip, down the outside of our leg, and to our kneecap. When you do this stretch, you'll definitely feel it a lot in your hips, some on the outside of your leg, but definitely on your inner thighs also. So to start, sit nice and tall and cross your left ankle over your right knee like this. For many of you, this may be more than enough stretch, but if you can handle a little more, take your hand and press that knee down towards the floor. And you'll hold that for 30 seconds. After that, go ahead and undo that and cross your right over your left. If you can handle more stretch, go ahead and press that hand down on your knee towards the floor and hold that for 30 seconds. To conclude the static stretch portion of today's class, we're going to stretch the muscles in our neck. Now, when you're doing these exercises, please be very careful not to overstretch. I want you to go to the point of your natural resistance and then maybe a fraction beyond that to stay safe, okay? So let's start by being seated nice and tall, and let's just bring our right ear to our right shoulder. Now, as you hold this here for 10 seconds, let gravity and the weight of your head be all that needs to get a good stretch. And then now take your left ear and take it to your left shoulder. And again, let gravity and the weight of your head be all the work. Center your head, and let's twist our head to bring our chin over our right shoulder. Hold that there for 10 seconds before you twist twist your head to bring that chin over your left shoulder. And we'll finish this segment by looking straight ahead, bringing our chin to our chest, and letting all those muscles at the back of our neck get a good stretch. We've come to the end of our workout, which is going to be with the foam rolling. Today we're going to foam roll the front side of our body, our pectorals, our hip flexors, and our quads. To start with our pectoral, you're just going to have the foam roller laid out like this, and you're going to lay perpendicular to it with your arm over the top like this. And all you're going to do is shift your body left to right as you roll from your armpit to your pectoral and back and forth. You're going to do 5 passes on your right side and then 5 passes on your left side. Now to foam roll our hip flexor, we're just going to go ahead and lay our hip on the edge of the roller like this. And now, using your arms, you're going to guide your body up and down from the top of your hip to the top of your quadricep. Back and forth like this. You're going to do 5 passes on your right leg. Bring it over. And do 5 passes on your left leg. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's finish the workout by foam rolling our quadricep. To do that, it's going to be the same setup we used when we were doing our hip flexor. So just lay your thigh right on the top of the foam roller, and now you're going to go ahead and use your arms to guide your body up and over the foam roller from the very top of your thigh to just above your kneecap. You're going to go ahead and do 5 passes on your right leg. Bring it over to your left and do another 5 passes. Okay, so there we have it. Another great session of stretch and roll underneath our belt. I hope you guys challenged yourself at home, and I also hope that you feel better after today's session. So please stay safe, please stay strong, and I'll see you next time.